Angeline Waymeyer, the entrepreneur's guide to massive financial success. Today, I'd like to continue our conversation about why, after working for 40 years, and only 5% of the population can become financially independent and financial free. However, the 95% of the population either be dead or dead broke or living paycheck to paycheck and couldn't have a comfortable retirement life. Why is that? So in the previous sharing, I talked about the couple of reasons. Number one, it's lack of financial education. Number two, it's lack of financial clarities, right? They don't have clarity on how much it would take to become financially independent. What is their FIN number, the financial independent number look like? And today, I'd like to talk about another reason that set them apart, which is lack of massive action. Over the years, I do a lot of financial consultation planning for people. And I've seen these two types of people, okay? So let me tell you the one type that I've seen, which is the top 1% of the America. When I sit down with them, they pretty much have most of the investment and things done. All I need to do is just tweak them, have them make some improvement, and that's it, right? And when I see this group of people, which is top 5 or even top 1%, how they think and how they act, it's very different. Why do I say that? Let me give you a story, right? I do a Tuesday night webinar to teach the 7 steps to create even more financial success. And at one time, one of it's also a friend too. She attending my workshop, and after the workshop, she applied the complimentary financial discovery call with me. And when we sit down, I see her, it's very successful, running like 2 very successful practice, and also invest in real estate and many other different type of investments. And then I'm curious, I said, with a person that you, right, already so successful, you already travel all the time, right? You have the freedom that you already have. What makes you still sit down and have this conversation with me? And she told me, she said, you know what, Angeline, I'm always looking for ways to grow and improve myself. And I was like, wow, for the person who already have so much tremendous success, and they are always still looking for growth and expanding, right? Like expand, right? Like expanding their knowledge. And then another thing is they're willing to take action. Like once I share with them the tax advantage investment strategy, right? I teach them how this can help them generate additional millions in their retirement and pay 0 in taxes. And then they like, wow, this is amazing. And guess what? They take action right away. And they start investing right away and discipline to let the money start to working for them. And another type of group of people that I talk to, right? They are living paycheck to paycheck. They are heavily in debt, right? And they very, very struggle. And then I see what's the difference between the two group of people, and then I realize that it's a mindset. The one that I help, right? The top 5 and top 1% group of people, their mindset is they always open-minded, always looking for a new idea, always looking for opportunities. However, the 95%, the person who don't have a lot and living paycheck to paycheck and heavily in debt, they tend to be close-minded and sometimes even very skeptical. And also they couldn't make decision and take action. And I'm very interesting for me to see this pattern, right? On one hand, the people who are already successful and they still growing and create more success, looking for more opportunities. On one hand, the person who don't have a lot, living paycheck to paycheck, but they tend to close-minded and they didn't take action right away. And then that was really get me to think. I'm like, how come? And then I realized that the reason what makes the top 5 or top 1% who they are, it's not because of luck. It's not because they come from a wealthy family. It's because their mindset. So what kind of mindset that they possess? Number one, they always open-minded. They always looking for room to improve themselves and grow themselves and expand themselves. And number two, they are taking action, not just small action. They take immediate, massive action. Once they see the opportunity, they act right away. And then I kind of remind myself my journey on the journey to create wealth. At that time, when I first got started, I don't have a lot. I don't know much about anything that I know today, the investment strategy. But all I know is I'm always looking for room to grow. I'm always looking for opportunity. Like I went to all kinds of different seminars and then learn different type of investment strategy. When I learn something, I act. If I work out, if the investment work out well, I continue. If it doesn't, I adjust, right? And I move on. And I can constantly take massive action. And now I see that I'm not saying this to brag about myself, right? Not to impress you, but to impress upon you that success leaves clue. If you want to become the top 5 or even top 1%, to have the financial abundance that those people have, it's not about what they do. It's about how they think. And what we need to do is just model them. So what kind of mindset that they have? Number one, be open-minded. Because be open-minded, having an open mind. Think about our mind, it's like a parachute. When the parachute works the best, it's when it's open, not when it's closed, okay? So have a self-checkout for yourself. Am I open-minded or am I closed-minded? Okay. If I'm a closed-minded, can I open myself a little bit more and open the new knowledge and skill set? Number one, that's number one. Having an open mind. Number two, having a growth mindset, right? Always looking for room to improve yourself and grow and expand on a daily basis. Number three, take immediate, massive action. For example, just by listening Angeline talk, it just talk, right? However, if you can take what I tell you, right, just add 1%, right? Take small action item. For example, I talk about having clarity for your own financial blueprint, right? Have you ever sat down and either sit down for yourself or with the financial professional or even connect with me so that I can help you, right? Massive action. That's what makes the 95% different from the top 5 or top 1%, because the top 1, top 5, they take massive action. So let's have a summary. Why people work for 40 years and only 5% can reach the financial freedom, but 95% couldn't. It's these 3 things. Number one, lack of financial education. So I encourage you to be part of my community, the Financial Genius Academy. Go to fga360.com and join. It's free anyway. What do you have to lose, right? To learn, to equip yourself with the mindset about investing. Number two, and always looking, what's number two? Number two, it's a lack of clarity, right? So sit down. And when was the last time, by the way, you really sit down and look at your whole entire life financial blueprints and then design the dream lifestyle for yourself, right? So having that clarity, it is so important. Let me just give you a quick story, right? That was 2019. I went day I was writing my journal, right? I wrote down, well, I want to have a 10,000 square foot home so that my parents can have their own space. Remember what I talked about in the previous video? I talked about that how do we manifest what we want? It's with be precise of what we want in terms of numbers, right? So I wrote down 10,000 square foot home so my parents can have their own space. And guess what? A year later, I'm not actively looking on the market to buy a house. I didn't. But the opportunity just comes to me. A friend of mine, she has moved to California and she's selling her house. That's the house I'm living right now, right? It's exactly what I wanted. It's my dream home. And my parents can have their own space and we all have our own space. We're all living together, right? So having clarity and writing it out, it's so important. Here's the thing. What's the worst thing that can happen? It just doesn't cost you anything, right? Just sit down and map it out and write it out and feel good about it. So number 2, having clarity. Number 3, it is take massive action. That's the key to differentiate the top 5, top 1 versus the 95. Okay? So if you want to become the top 5 or even top 1%, take massive action. Okay? So my name is Angeline Waymeyer. I believe the power of you. I totally believe that. I believe that you can accomplish anything as long as you put your mind to it, have that clarity. And guess what, my friend? You deserve all of the best in your life. And I'll talk to you soon.